Xaxas gets transported to another world.
Yes.
Bam. That's how we start our fan fiction.
Okay, Xaxas and who? What was it again?
No, what? Wait, let me begin.
Just you got transported or what?
Okay. So
let me bring
let's make some rules here. So
there we go.
ideally you want to keep context on the previous what the previous thing the bot generates.
Yes,
to say like after climbing the mountain, Xaxas found a lake and stuff. So it's like after Xaxas finds a lake on the mountain, he whatever's and continues.
Yes.
Is that fair?
Yes.
Okay. Let's start.
So what was
Xaxas gets transported to another world and meets a beautiful elf, because that's how everything starts to begin.
Hang on a second, I watched this anime. This.
Are you okay?
That's its opinions on average. That's its opinions on Seven Prodigies. It fell in the bin before letting me take it.
Oh wow, okay. I got a real short one, so I'm gonna generate another.
Yeah, you can re-roll for consistency or making it funny or an actual story, because sometimes the bot breaks.
Wow, this has gone on long enough for the bot to cut off. But it doesn't really make sense past the first paragraph, so I'm just gonna use that. Xaxas gets transported to another world by the White Witch with the power to travel into dreams and change reality to allow the White Witch to travel and enter other worlds with the power to make things happen. So basically, the White Witch transported you, gave you the power to travel into dreams, changing reality so that she can enter other worlds to change stuff.
Holy shit. Paste it here.
That's actually a really cool concept.
Oh my god, paste the image. Holy shit, that's good.
That is good shit.
But paste the image so that we can have the like the last sentences.
Give me a second here. It's generating. There we go. Copy image and hit it. Again, I omitted anything past the first paragraph.
Oh, it just randomly starts talking about the game.
Yeah, because it starts talking about it as if it was a game.
Base 3D graphics engine.
I mean, there.
Something that would come out of a press release, doesn't it?
There's actually a game I remember like that I remember really fondly because it was my first ever game, or it's the sequel or prequel to my first ever game. So, Little Big Adventure, if you know it. It's an isometric game, and it plays with a lot of early 3D techniques for computer
Isn't it Little Big Planet?
graphics. No, Little Big Adventure. It's different.
That's
That's
a
the thing.
rip-off.
Like that's. Oh yeah, it's a ripoff that came out 20 years earlier.
Well, I was saying Little Big Planet was a ripoff.
Oh, no. Nowhere near.
I fixed it.
Anyways, let's keep going. So whatever the prompt to follow that first paragraph is.
I'll go.
Okay.
That's mine.
Okay. After creating a Paper Mario like to the world, the witch enters it and begins to create traps for the Mario Bros. Oh my god, I just made Sticker Star. No! Oh my god, no, I'm re-rolling this. Let's see, what else is like this?
Christ.
And starts moving through it to the next world. How to move the witch. Press the arrow button. Oh my god. No, there's an instruction. Oh, I don't think this one works.
Yeah, it's hard to get something sensical out of it if the prompt is too long, I've noticed.
Yeah, and sometimes it just really describes games, like doesn't create
like that. That's
stories.
one of the things that I had with the Symphogear thing I did before about me bringing Symphogear all together. How it just sometimes veered into a game development story.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird like that. It has some biases to go into into different kinds of texts. But hey, that's not a bad thing technically. So
After creating a paper-like 2D world, the witch enters it and says hello. Iamnota. I don't know how to make a paper. What? The witch doesn't know how to make a paper.
Oh,
Your
you know
character
what?
replies,
Sure.
I will serve. I think this works.
yeah, sure. Hit us.
Because
Hit
this
us.
is scary as fuck.
Almighty cosmic powers can't make paper.
Okay, for sure.
Like, this is an actual story. Do you
Okay,
like?
let's see here.
Do you like to die,
I
child?
know how to make a paper.
Now you will make a paper. What the fuck? You are terrified by this line.
Okay, so I just want to make clear the character that replies I think should be this Iamnota guy, not your character. Just to have that make a little more sense, because like you is still Xaxas.
I think
Not-
Iamnota is a witch.
Well, no, the witch enters and says hello, Iamnota.
Oh, so I'm not Xaxas anymore. Well, that's great.
Or well, I guess if you want to put it like that. I mean, I'd rather be up to changing a few details that the bot fucks up, but sure.
I mean, we can
I
roll
think
with
we
it.
might be taking this a bit too seriously.
Well,
Ah.
because we're just starting. Now you have to say outrageous things. Like, after that, Xaxas writes a paper on the aerodynamics of anime titties.
I'm
You've
still
done-
baffled by the fact that that is a thing that exists.
You know it does, right? Like,
Yes,
someone
I know.
did that.
That's what I'm saying. I'm baffled by the fact that that's actually a thing.
And that just showed me how gross Lukoa looks like with humongous tits. Like, I like titties, but she looks better flat.
Yeah.
So, Brett, continue the story.
Yeah, Brad, it's your turn now.
Oh, good lord! Do I have to? Am I typing in something new to follow on from that, or just pasting
Yes,
the
you're
Yes,
you're
you're typing
taking up
something new.
a new
Oh,
a
dear.
new
I'm
prompt
terrified
based
by
on
this
this
line.
completion.
But try to make it outrageous. Like, we have to escalate it.
Oh Christ! Now you put me on the spot. Oh no. Brain work. You are terrified by this line. I don't know. What happens if you are terrified by this line?
Do you like to die, child? I wonder what
I-
I will eat if I make a delicious paper. I see a spider on paper. Can a spider make a paper? If I should choose to do that, then I shall
The
die.
spider makes a paper.
Okay, so first and foremost, what's the wit? This is the witch responding from logic of the dialogue.
Yeah.
Do you like to die, child? I wonder what I will eat if I make a delicious paper. Sure. I see a spider on paper. Can a spider make paper? If I should choose to do that, then I shall die. If I do not, doesn't matter, I will die. Now will you show me how to make paper?
That sounds like a final boss, okay?
So
You
I'm trying to wrap my head around. I'm trying to wrap my head around this. She made a. This went from starting in Isekai to going to the final boss real fucking quickly.
I don't even know where to go from that. Like, you are terrified by this line.
The-
Megalovania starts playing. I don't know.
Oh my god. So the witch goes to this, creates and goes to this world, or you create to this world. The witch goes into it to learn how to make paper, realizes that if she does or if she tries to, no matter what happens, she will die.
Well, keep in mind, this is like a Paper Mario 2D world.
Well,
like,
yes,
it's a paper
yes.
world.
So
keeps trying to make,
I guess you could say, yeah, it's bound to that world.
Stop making games! It's just making instructions for a game! Megalomania starts playing as you make paper and the game stops. Just roll your own. The game ends when the largest board is covered. Each player is given a card. You choose to emphasize
If it comes up with
one row of 10.
if it comes up with the same thing too many times, just alter the prompt.
Yeah, try something different.
Stop everything talked by games. Apparently Megalovania is a base game, by the way. I'll give it one more go. No, it literally just starts making... Like, I'm gonna get rid of the bit about making paper.
Just try something weird. This is literally a fan fiction.
I know.
You can do anything. Except please don't like mix it with like Kirika or something like that. That would be
The
weird.
tweet on the top of my timeline right now sums this up pretty well. Just that you should insert chapter 2 for final chapter. JRPGs be like chapter 1 find lost kitty, chapter 2 kill god. This is too accurate.
The Megalovania starts playing prompt isn't working very well, so now I need to think of something else, and that requires brain power. I'm afraid I don't have that. Make paper. And you know what? Let's see what happens when I just say make paper like that. Complete the text. Make paper copies of all the pieces you have completed. God damn it, is it making a fucking...
I'm trying something.
No, that's... what happens if I do that? Put an extra line in, see if it... Why is it writing a guide on how to use fountain pens? What is this? What is this? Why is it suddenly started writing about fountain
What is this?
pens? Oh, pops off work.
Okay, so I'm putting this like as an actual story continuational prompt. As Iamnota started to make a show of creating paper, the witch watched intently with her life on the line. Let's see what it comes up with.
By the way, I think we've wasted like nearly 20 minutes with this.
Oh yeah, we're already going at 12 minutes. That's perfectly fine. Okay, so this looks alright. As Iamnota started to make a show of creating paper, the witch watched intently with her life on the line, while she made a new shape on her own before a giant spider was seen flying up at her and an eerie sound that echoed around the city. Holy shit, this thing is sentient! Whoa! There I was, alone in my apartment, looking for a new piece of music. But I wasn't alone. This is a quote, by the way. But I wasn't alone at all. The whole world was watching me. Everyone in town had a look. They were watching me. And I saw two figures coming towards me. I asked them what they wanted from me. They said I would be their new owner, that I would be able to make music with their power, that I was their new toy, and they made it happen. Oh, end quote. End quote. I'm gonna assume that this is Xaxas.
Oh my god, that's like an...
Iamnota, with tears rolling down her face, looked directly into the eyes of the people who believed in the fairy tale that would take him from here to eternal bliss, and he had been told that it was impossible. Quote, "It seemed like I was in a dream. Then I remembered that I was here. I saw it was not like a dream, but it was actually a dream. All that. Okay, so let's not care about that quote. The bot stopped there. It's cut off. So this is actually working right now."
Yeah, it's still keeping the theme of the dreams, and it's weird as hell.
So basically, you created the world. The witch went into it, asked Iamnota to show her how to make paper. It went wrong. She died at the hands of the spider, and Iamnota was sent back and is now at your doorstep. What the fuck?
Bad end, I guess.
Bad end, yeah.
It depends on what kind of character Iamnota is.
Oh, I don't know. So okay. So who's the one at the doorstep? The spider or Iamnota?
Iamnota.
Okay.
You have the. I'm saying that assuming that the quote, "There I was alone in my apartment," etc., is from you. And from there on out, it's also, like, told from your perspective. This, I didn't expect this to work this well, to be honest.
I feel like I'm not contributing, so it's just like doing the work all over again.
As Xaxas opens the door, Iamnota is standing there, menacingly. After which, he mentions he is a herald of an old goal, the bin chicken. You guys know what a bin chicken is, right?
A what now?
The bin chicken.
No.
Oh my
like
god.
Venezuelan shite that we don't know
No!
about?
Once you see it, you'll understand.
The fuck is a bin
It's
chicken?
so relevant to my persona.
Oh god.
They eat trash.
Oh, so it's you.
Life survives in the
trash, yeah.
harshest environments.
So it's like kind of like a meme.
this?
Searing
Planet
deserts
Earth
to
dead.
frozen Arctic tundra. However, there are more toxic places.
However, there are more
Our
toxic
cities.
places. Yes, like the
And
Symphonia
these have
Reddit
spawned
server.
entirely new subspecies.
Ooh.
The Australian bin chicken.
Or the
The
bodyguard.
Australian
He
bin
claims-
chicken.
Scientists-
The Australian bin chicken. So let me get this straight. This is the child that resulted from a three-way of you, chickens, and Chris.
I guess.
It's a terrifying prospect.
Okay, let's continue the story. The bin chicken or the body god. So I don't know what body is, but apparently it can be two gods. He claims, however, in a strange and disjointed voice, that he is one who has not seen the light of day. Oh my god, that's so edgy. Hearing this, Iamnota claims that the god did not wish anyone to know of his existence, but would rather have him killed. Thereupon, oh my god, that's so fancy. Thereupon, with pinky up in the air, Xaxas takes the body of the temple of Isis to bury it there. What the fuck?
The fuck?
Saying that this is not the place where
well,
Osiris would have been to be buried, as Xaxas was not able to go with him for some time when the body was.
Huh.
Okay, now I'm in a temple.
Hit us with the image. Hit us with a share.
Now I'm in the temple.
Hit us with a
Looking
share.
for
And I'll try to make
Osiris.
sense of it. The bin chicken or the body god.
Or the bodyguard. He claims to have in a strange disjointed voice, and he is the one who has not yet seen the light of day.
Iamnota claims that the god did not wish anyone to know of his existence, but would rather have him killed. Okay, so... Huh.
Oh, Osiris died, okay.
When the body is brought back to...
And states through his mouth.
Okay, but we don't have a name. Okay, so basically, you and Iamnota joined up
To kill Osiris?
To-
Because
no,
of the
no,
big
to-
god?
under the pretense that there was some god out there coming for him, I guess. So, yeah. Okay, so, oh god, I'm trying to make sense of this, and it works. It fucking works. And that's terrifying. So Iamnota ends up being, like, forsaken by the spider, and comes, or is basically isekai'd back into the world that you were isekai'd into. And you join up and try to evade the spider, and as like, oh, Jesus Christ, I don't know how to put this into words. And as a first step on that, you go, for some fucking reason, check out the Temple of Osiris, and find someone buried there whose name we don't know. And you hand that you hand this name that shall not be named to Iamnota to do something with it, to retrieve it in one way or another. Huh. This is somehow working out. Like, I'm not even like dictating something around this. I'm just taking what the bot says and make sense of it.
I feel like we're gonna spend more time writing this than doing the actual.
Yeah, we're 20 minutes in, so let's give it another prompt, and after that we'll stop.
Oh, but that means I have to think.
Well,
okay,
Iamnota
so
now has the
the
name that we don't know.
The name that we do not know.
Or he knows the name that we don't know.
So Xaxas'
The name
gives us Iamnota.
It's Colonel Sanders.
Well, it's a name from a guy that was buried in the Temple of Osiris, but we don't know the name of the guy.
Whoa, why wouldn't Colonel Sanders wouldn't be buried in the Temple of fucking Osiris?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you there.
Oh, I put the Yam. Well, I'm saying, okay, so on hearing the name, Iamnota breaks out into dance. Spontaneously breaks out into dance.
That sounds like a Cards Against Humanity card.
Breaks out into dance. Let's see what AI goes with that.
Okay, so according to Google search, Iamnota is not a character anywhere.
Nice.
Trademarked.
That is good. Is there
Or
any...
it could also mean I am not a...
Shit, this actually makes sense as well. Okay, on hearing the name, Iamnota spontaneously breaks out into dance. Oh, that, a girl, I know her. How did you get her name? You're still new too, you know. So this person... Oh no, hang on, like, so it's literally turned into like a...
Yeah,
like,
but it
it's
doesn't,
turned into
for now.
into like a high school romance anime.
that is perfect. That's a perfect fit for some reason.
I'll take it.
Yeah, I'll take it. Okay, so on hearing the name, Iamnota spontaneously breaks out into dance. Oh, that a girl? I know her. How do you... Bruh, you're celebrating the fact that this girl died. Her name, you're still new too, you know? Ah, so this person is the one on the date with you. Iowa.
You were done.
I can't make sense of this, but if you give me a little bit more time, I could. And from there on out, I can keep this going. This is actually something I could try my hand at, and I'm not sure how to feel about that prospect.
I feel like if you were gonna do this for that, what I would rather do is start each chapter with that, and then write the rest of the chapter.
Yeah, something like. Of course, this is like heavily accelerated.
Do that more as more of an actual.
This is basically the beginning and the end of one chapter in each prompt.
I'm looking for Anna-chan. Have you seen Anna-chan?
But the fact that I can make sense of this and make it into an actual story is... Oh, God.
This bot is hilarious. I love it.
Oh, God. Fucking... The Field book publishing coming soon to a Barnes & Noble close to you.
It reminds me of that time the bot wrote a Harry Potter fan fiction. You remember that? Or was it a person like trying to fake a bot?
I don't know. Do you mean My Immortal?
No! Hey! Cease! It was...
I shall not.
I'll just look it up.
It's not allowed.
Anyways, you look that thing up, and after that we shall stop the pre-show, I suspect, because we have 17 minutes left to talk about 3 shows. Okay, what's this? What happens when a bot writes a Harry Potter chapter? It becomes magically hilarious. Of course it does. Harry Potter and the portrait of what looked like a locked vial of ash. Holy shit, it's a Symphogear crossover!
Hey! Donut chat, no!
I'm just gonna stop the recording.